This is the story of Señorita Petita, Mr. Wu, and his book full of wonders. Señorita Petita, strolling the park one day, gathered lilacs on her way when, beside a brook, she found the cutest leather book. She looked all around to see who lost it, but no one claimed it, no one had tossed it. "Mother, a book about elephants!" It seemed to be the story's main elements. Picture shock upon looking again, a different story, one about Spain. It seems to be a magical book with different stories whenever you look. Meanwhile, it was a day so new in the park where Mr. Wu, as was his habit, flew his kite over the zoo before eating his bowl of his stew for breakfast. People said, "What a cook he is," and came far to look at his duck à l'orange, but his book of wonders, that's why he forsook a circus career in Tobruk for storytelling. His breakfast done, he reached for his book, but it was not to be found. He muttered, "My book," for he perceived that the book had fled from his side and perhaps disappeared forever. Of course, unbeknownst to Mr. Wu, Señorita Petita found his book beside the brook. "I must find the owner, for he may not have been a voluntary donor. As surely as the brook runs into the sea, he may be frantic and be searching the Atlantic. But should I devise a riddle with which someone cannot fiddle? Who but the owner would know the book's creed, that its stories are new whenever you read?" Feeling much better, Petita ran fast to return the book to its owner at last. She thought, how hard could it be to find someone seeking a book such as thee? At that same moment, Wu sat down and looked into the details that foretook this calamity. His head he shook and thought, who but a thief would do such a thing? With a look of grief, he returned to the brook to retrieve his fishing tackle, rod and hook forthwith. Moments later, Petita was back in the forest, the wooded park, at the brook, trying to find the owner of this treasure, to return it with pleasure. She sat by the brook and surveyed the surround, to see any anguished persons around. She saw only a small man behind a tree, looking strangely at she. Wu leapt from behind the tree. "Aha!" cried Wu to Petita, who laughed at the sight. You accused Wu, drop the book or do you want trouble?" He grew fast to full size, not very tall, rather small, not scary at all. No stall in his speech though. "Where'd you get the gall to come back where your misdeeds are not forgotten?" "But sir, I plan to return the book to whomever there is in sight of the brook, who can tell what there is that gives it its special fizz." "You must be referring," replied Wu, "to its trick when page turning, of telling different stories and burning to be told. As you are now learning of its wonders, you are entitled to know its story. Words in books are magical things. Shut the book's cover and the words dance and sing. That's why when you open any book anew, you may find something you never knew was there before. Please accept my gratitude. For restoring my mood, you may share my food. I'll read your story, so sit glued to your seat until I conclude a story never before seen, entitled Señorita Petita, Mr. Wu, and his book full of wonders."